Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Gracious good morning to you, good people. It's your girl KB. You know what I do and you know why I do it. It is Friday. Friday. If I could run around this office and scream Friday, I would. I definitely would. It's July 18th. 6 days, y'all. Yes, I am counting. I'm not at a milestone birthday, but I'm 1 year away. And I am glad about it. You know, I was talking to somebody yesterday and I shared, I'm a hymns kind of girl. And by hymns, not that stupid commercial. Uh, I mean gospel hymns. And I'm old school gospel hymns. I mean, think about my age and think about when I call it old school. So that being said, the song is Another Day's Journey, and I'm what? Yeah, that's how I am. So glad. Yeah, I've shared. I've survived cancer. I've survived a diabetic coma. I know I'm here to say and do some things. Amen. 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 And I need to say this because it's a popular saying for some church folk. I'd rather say that than Christians now because Christian just has all kinds of nasty connotations attached to it based on certain individuals. Okay. So, as a believer, I'm partial to hymns and old school hymns, and, they kind of hit me on a historic level as far as, Africa, Mother Africa, because I love the a cappella music too, the stomping and the clapping. That is straight from Africa, and that's what we call down home church, not church, church. Just like somebody can sing. No, when they're really doing the thing, it's sang. They can sing, So I love down home church. I love the people who love God. And the people who have a standard. Now, I'm not talking about perfection because, that's when we get into a place of judgment. I'm talking about people who have a standard and they're trying to reach it. Now, when you're painting something and you're covering something, you have to get a ladder to reach certain spots, which means elevation, correct? That part. God has kept me, and I want to do my part. So as I'm driving in, I'm listening to my radio, and a group I never heard of. Usually this particular station has a set playlist, and they do not delineate. Some songs from way back 5 years ago are still being played in this playlist. Now, I know gospel music is not revenue source. They don't have, like, pop stars, have this constant revenue source. And people are harping for them to have new songs. It's not like that for gospel music. That's why I never heard of this group. Now, when Marvin Sapp hit, when Leandria hit, there was some, tried and true gospel singers that everybody knew their name. Kirk Franklin had his time in the sun, Donnie McClurkin, Albertina Walker. I'm going to go way back now. Clara Ward, Dorothy Norwood. See, we have our classics that when you hear that voice, everybody knows who it is. Smokey Norfolk, Rance Allen, oh my God rants. You know, everybody knows the voice. But again, this group, the Showers, okay, here's their lyric or lyrics. I'm not so perfect, but every day I'm learning, striving and searching to be a better person. Is that you? Because I know a lot of people say they want to be a better person. I want to say, does being a better person mean that you get to live and talk in platitudes and want to keep the same grimy behavior so you can move with impunity because you've gaslighted everybody? I was done in by that person. Done in. And I have to be honest, because a lot of folks want to get on here and talk about that individual that hurt them, that did them in, and I'm no different. But how I am different is that I have to acknowledge my own sense of yearning and lust that led me into the position where I was done in. Oh yeah, that was gaslighting. Oh yeah, the person was nothing like they told me who they were. And I extend the benefit of the doubt till I find out something different. Yeah, that's me. And when you show me something different, you know I came in saying that I have anger issues. You know, I'd rather beat the devil up as opposed to getting done in. That I'm being brutally honest, y'all. You know, once you take me to that place of maximum saturation and I find out that, you know, I've been played, manipulated, if you will, first I have to deal with myself again for my own lust and how I got there. But then you have to deal with the anger that comes from the revelation. Because I'm not going to beat myself up about the manipulation, because I didn't do that. And see, we turn, you know, our pain on ourselves. Put that pain where it belongs. To the person who lied. To the person who stole. Now, they may not have physically, you know, stolen items or material, but they stole your time. And we're not like phone plans. We don't get rollover minutes on our time. And this particular individual fixed their lips to say, don't you say I was not there for you. And I need to really highlight this for folks who are struggling. You know, when that line comes out or people want to start taking back material things, I don't do that. I don't give gifts that I can't afford to lose. You know, and if I do, I have to ask myself on a real level, how did I get there? You know, denying myself to gift you, you know, that ain't a cool act anyway. You know, so then you have to look at your character, what's going on there. You know, if I gave you anything, it's because, one, my mama taught me to be reciprocal. to be giving. And I'm not, give me this bag, give me that. That's childish. Go with God. Go in God. But be honest about who you are and what you do. Have some integrity. Not the stuff that you're talking about, but living it to a standard. See, the point I'm making is anything that you give anybody, look at your reasons for giving. And 2, examine yourself. So when this person said, don't you dare say I wasn't there for you. I can go to the store, any store, and do what you did because that was transactional. It wasn't involved in relationship. It wasn't reciprocal. You always had to ask. And that does not a relationship make. And that does not make you a big person. Imagine being so fragile that you have to change a narrative because you can't be held accountable.